Oh, my Lord. You might see him in the tent, but you could go get another bracelet. From last year. You get a bracelet like you did last year.
It is good to be back with you guys. It really is, man.
Come on, man.
So, really tan Portland Ken is actually Ron Sloy. And Ron, thank you so much for joining us from Portland. Hey, and look, we appreciate your sense of humor, and we appreciate.
Wait, we don't know if he has a sense of humor.
Ron's a good sport on that
cussing us out.
And that was so unexpected. And our guys upstairs did the job with the whole paint box thing. But so, what is your story, Ron? I know we all have.
Looks familiar to me.
We all have good stories, and I know you've said in the paper that you've met the others. You haven't met me, but you've met Shaq and Kenny.
He's met me.
And Chuck.
I know he looked familiar.
Well, fellas, I want to tell you it's been 15 to 20 years, but I have a private story for each one of you. Kenny, I'll start with you. I walked into a place with Robert Pack in Denver about 20 years ago, and you were sitting there in a red-brimmed hat, looked like $1 million, and Robert and I sat down with you and enjoyed a cocktail and listened to some jazz together, and that was about 15, 20 years ago. I was out there seeing Robert Pack with Denver.
I do not remember
of course,
the red
Shaq,
brim hat.
you may recognize me because one of your bodyguards, Jerome, was my best friend for the last 29 years, buddy. And you were so kind to treat us in L.A. to the Century Club and a couple other. We went to. You took us up. You took me up to the Forum Club, and I think actually Jerome one night in my Jerome Kersey went out, and I think they got us Fat Burgers one night. So I thank you, and the best part I can tell you about what you did for me is you were so kind. You gave me a pair of your shoes, and if I'm not mistaken, they're size 23s. And I took them home to a cancer patient, a buddy of mine, and he since passed away. But you couldn't have been any more gracious. And then, Chuck, for you, I'm going to spin you back to Vegas to the NBA lockout, and you and I played golf with Jerome, and this is how I'll date you. Jerome pulled up in a limo and rolled his window down and yelled out the window, "Hey, big head." And you turned to Jerome and had a couple of words for him, but Chuck, let me tell you something. Jerome absolutely loves you, and we were hoping that you were gonna attend his service, but I've been with Jerome many a times, my friend, when you've been on the phone with him, and you couldn't have been any more gracious. I did spend the evening with you, and I'll date you with this. We went to a place called The Drink in Vegas. Do you remember that?
I definitely remember The Drink in Vegas. You know what? Jerome was a great friend. I loved him like a brother. I miss him. He was just a great man. And but I tell you what, I've had a lot of fun nights at The Drink in Vegas, man. It really did.
Well, fellas, I will tell you this. Jerome right now is so proud. Kenny, I don't know you like I've met Charles and Shaq, but Jerome had a special attraction to both those guys. He called Shaq big fella, and Charles, I know you guys were like brothers, and I want to tell you how proud I'm sure he is and everybody else. You guys give us flat entertainment, and in the last 12 months, what we've been going through with the shootings and the election, this is what it's all about. You guys were gracious. I saw how you treated fans back in the day. And Charles, if I'm not mistaken, I may be wrong, but I doubt it.
This guy was ready tonight. You was getting on TV tonight, boy. I tell you what. Hey, man, we appreciate, you know what, there's so much crazy stuff going on in the world, and we try to make people watch basketball and laugh. We really appreciate you having a good sense of humor with us.
Yeah, Chuck, you guys were special, and I appreciate your 15 minutes of fame that you gave me, and hopefully one of these times I'll run into you and give you a big hug. But all of you guys were very gracious when I had the fine opportunity to meet you, and congratulations on TNT, your show, and Inside the NBA. And the last thing I want to leave you with, Shaq, I'm surprised you didn't notice this the other night, but Wiz Khalifa, when you introduced that was the entertainment, did you notice the DJ, the jersey he was wearing the other night on Tuesday night when you guys were ribbing me?
I said something about
Jerome Kersey jersey.
I said
he was wearing Jerome Kersey.
I said, look at the DJ. He's got a Jerome Kersey jersey on. I did. This is Charles. I mentioned that.
Yeah.
So guys, what I'll say to you is this wasn't you guys ribbing me. This was Jerome getting his laugh up in heaven, saying, "You know what? My boys are getting Ronnie Boy." And so when I saw that jersey, I knew it had nothing to do with you. But thank you very much, and you guys have a wonderful year this year.
Hey, thank you, man. Thanks for coming on.
Hey,
all right, that was
a good
cool,
sport,
man.
and you're a good man. We appreciate
that was cool, man.
Have a great night, man.
Take it easy, Ron.
Thanks.
That was really cool. Take care. That was really cool, man.
Right. Really, Tan Roy is cool, man.
And,
Ron, not Roy. Ron.
Ron Sloy.
I'm sorry, really Tan Ron.
Yeah,
that was good, though.
That was.
I really appreciate it. You know, Ernie, part of our job, we see stuff all the time, and we got the best job in the world. We play a silly game of basketball. There's so much crazy stuff happening in the world, and when you meet somebody like we're having fun at his expense, and he can enjoy, get a good laugh out.